funny. My name is Jimmy Pardo. This is episode 1302. 1302. You know, as a professional broadcaster, which I am not, nor do I claim to be, I'm a comedian that has a podcast, one of the pioneers. And it's the Wild West, man. This is a covered wagon. But I come in here and I want to act as much as a professional as I can. I don't want to be some jackass. I don't want to be some dumb boom. That's never been called. Nobody's ever been called a dumb boom. Ever in the history of words. And somebody acting like a good boom, like a smart, sharp boom. Nobody's ever going, hey, look at that guy. That guy's a dumb boom. It's never been done. The point is this. I come in here. God, what the fuck now? How long are we in? 42 seconds. 42 seconds. Thank you. Here's what happens. I come in here with the best of intentions every single week, ladies and gentlemen. On a Monday, a gorgeous Monday. I've had a beautiful weekend. I had a nice, strong, very busy week last week. I'm sure we're going to talk about it. I don't know why these two people are pretending I didn't co-host Conan last week. I get nice emails from you, nice phone calls. Mm-hmm. These two guys are mum about it. For Christ's sake, I know I'm one of their heroes. I know Garen looks up to me, likes me, he comes here because he appreciates what I do. Can't send an email saying, hey, nice job, like faceless strangers have done. Elliot comes in. He's got his head too far up a fan-empowered microphone. He doesn't know what's happening. The point is this. I come in here with the best of intentions. Now, several things happened. I said 3 instead of 1302. That infuriated me. Let's pretend, and I'll take full responsibility. That's my mouth. That's my mistake. I can't blame Elliot. I can't blame Garen. I can't even blame society. You know I want to blame society from time to time. Can't do it today. My fault. I said 3. I tried to back out of it by saying 1302. I tried to make it safe. I tried to make it a soft landing for us all. Didn't happen.
Tried to Sully Sullenberger that one.
Now listen, here's what upsets me more about that, is I want to laugh at it. But I'm in fake anger mode, and I can't break character. I can't break character when I'm in fake anger mode. And to throw a hero's name, for you to throw a gentleman he doesn't consider himself a hero. Mm-hmm. We as Americans consider him a hero. That man safely landed a plane on the river. Therefore, nobody died. Where was Sully when that poor woman was on a roller coaster over the weekend?
Oh, man.
Where was Sullenberger then? Huh? Maybe Sully should have been on the other side going, it was only one click. When the woman tried to say, I don't think it's locked. And some guy who I hope to God doesn't sleep another fucking day in his life nonchalantly goes, if you heard one click, you're good to go. I hope that kid never, ever sleeps a second in his life knowing that a woman fell off of a roller coaster because of his negligence. His nonchalant. He's got to get back to whatever he's doing. Minecraft? What's he doing? What's that kid doing? He's got to get back to. And I assume it's a guy. I don't know. It could be a lady. Maybe she's got to get back to buying lipstick. I don't know what's going on. I know that a woman died on a roller coaster over the weekend. 1 in 24 million, from what I understand, people die. Accident on a roller coaster.
Jesus.
I understand that's or injured. I don't know what there's a chance I don't know any of these stats.
I've never heard of a death, I don't think. I've heard of injuries.
Sure, there's injuries. But you know what? I blame negligence. I don't blame negligence. I blame the rider whenever there's an injury. Mm-hmm. I blame them from doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Hands and feet inside the car at all times. Now, maybe this woman didn't follow those directions.
Do you ride coasters? You a thrill seeker?
I went, as a matter of fact, right over the weekend, we went to Disney.
Oh, yeah.
And I went on the Matterhorn,
uh-huh.
which was more annoying than thrilling.
Yeah.
That thing, have you been on that?
Not lately, but I have.
A lot of bumps, a lot of like sharp turns, and coasters should be smooth.
Yeah.
Especially, it's the bobsleds, the Matterhorn bobsleds.
Right.
Supposed
to
be,
yeah, right.
Nice and smooth. Look how my hands going. This is right. That's what it should be. Up, then down. Look at how.
But old coasters are. Yeah, it is all about jerking you around.
It's jerking, man.
Yeah. That's kind of fun in a different
way. Not for my spine.
You don't like the feeling of like, ooh, this doesn't feel right.
No, I want it to be I want it to be thrilling with a slight scare. I don't want to be jarred.
Right. Okay.
I don't like Jar Jar Binks. I actually got no problem with Jar Jar Binks. We went on Star Tours as well. We did that.
Oh, I want to do that.
We did it all, man. We did it all.
No interest. So
who doesn't?
My daughter. I don't even get into Tomorrowland when I'm with her.
Tomorrowland, by the way, looking a little long in the tooth. Tomorrowland not looking like a lot like yesterday, baby. It is so looking like what 1976 thought the future was going to be.
Yeah.
And
now it's retro. Like that's sort of what they're.
It does look kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'll say that. And yesterday at Disney, we went on Saturday and Sunday. Yesterday at Disney was Asian Family Gets in My Way Day. That's what yesterday was.
They do like the special events at Disneyland. They have one day where you can dress up as the characters.
Yesterday was very specific, very specific Asian Family Get in My Way Day, and I say get in my way to lose the S so that they make me comfortable. They now I don't know if it's because these people live in rickshaws. I don't know why it would be that they live in huts, that they live in rice paddies. I don't know what it is, but they have no bubbles whatsoever. If I had an Asian family behind me. Yeah. You would think that I was their tour guide. That's how close they were to me. Like, and I would always go, Danielle, and she would look over and blurt laughter because over my head would be giant Asian head. It would be crazy, and somehow they're all taller than me too, which lets you know how tiny I am. The Asians are known to be small people.
They're catching up.
They are, especially in Tomorrowland. I'll say this, and the Asians always have clothing that looks beautiful. They always have nice clothing, clothes that we don't have here in the States, but they, you know what I mean? They have different brands or whatever. They look great.
Right.
They also have the best backpacks I've ever seen in my life. I don't know where they get these backpacks. They look sleeker.
Yeah.
They look more colorful. They look like they're more comfortable.
Yeah.
The Asian backpack.
It all worked out. You think they went on that Kickstarter that you sent me to the other day?
Oh, what was that Kickstarter? $300 backpack?
Yeah, it was just a bag.
It was just a backpack.
Just a backpack, and they were acting like they had reinvented it.
Well, that's what. Did we talked about this before? That we had some fun. It was Pat Francis, you, me, and Mike Schmidt going back and forth talking about just how they're pointing out it's got the two straps.
Yeah, like you figured it out, huh?
So it's not a messenger bag? Okay, thanks, guys. Kickstarter, $300 or something.
Pat was like, "Oh, well, this one has a pouch in the front too, guys." just like every obvious thing that every backpack has.
Anyway, we went to Disney, had a nice weekend. Nice relaxing weekend.
You stayed over?
We did.
Where'd you stay?
We stayed right there at the Oh boy, as I said to Danielle, it's like somebody went out of their way and said, "Hey, one day Jimmy Pardo will try to say the name of our hotel. Let's make sure he can't with his dumb Southside Chicago accent." Paradise Pier.
Okay, is that
Paradise
California Adventure?
Pier. It's across the street from that one that you're speaking of.
No, I just meant the park. But then there is that one attached.
There's one that's attached to the
to California.
Yeah, it's across the street from that one.
Okay. Did you go to Cars Land?
No, we didn't go to California.
You didn't go in there at all.
No, it was all Disney.
Strictly Magic Kingdom.
We waited in line 2 times for Gadget's Go Coaster, and I kid you not, I wish I was exaggerating. For no humor. We were 10th from going on, and they shut it down for rain. Both times. Both times. Wow. And as it started drizzling the second time, we're like, well, this can't be. We're shutting it down. Please reverse. So then everybody's got to go snake out the opposite way.
You got to know that, mid-July in Anaheim is going to be a little rainy, Jimmy.
And by the way, you know how long it would rain for? For them to say, we have to shut it down because it's raining, stop raining, now we got to wait an hour for the brakes to dry. So it was like if they just kept going.
I don't even know what that ride is. What is that?
It's just it's in Toontown.
Oh, okay.
Little roller coaster for the kids, kid roller coaster.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, that's on my list too. I'm trying to get Zoe. I feel like she's almost at the age where she'll be able to do that.
Good luck to you on that. I had Oliver talked into it the first day when we were shut down twice. Then day 2, we went back. He wouldn't go on it. We went on Roger Rabbit's thing. We went to Tom Sawyer's Island, went over there, which is now called the Pirate's Lair. Then Tarzan's Treehouse used to be Swiss Family Robinson. Like everything, and I said to Danielle, I go, you know that every day there's some sort of board meeting. How can they update the Roger Rabbit into something more that the kids know what that is?
I'd say reboot that. I love Roger Rabbit.
Oliver watched it last night when we got home. He loved it.
It's a great movie. I mean, I haven't seen it in years, but I remember loving just the story, and then the fact that at the time it looked amazing.
Yeah,
they really did an amazing job.
And you're seeing cartoon characters from all walks of life. It's not just
historic. Mickey Mouse and Bugs Bunny together for the first and last time.
Donald and Daffy doing a piano off.
Yeah,
dueling pianos, I guess they would call it. I don't know if they would call it a piano off. Anyway, we had a nice time over there at Disney. We thank those fine folks. By the way, it was a premiere weekend for hey, let's recognize Jimmy Pardo.
Pat told me about one of them.
He did?
Didn't you have lunch with him on Thursday and you got?
Oh yeah,
recognized?
yeah. I got recognized on Thursday at the at a restaurant. Some poor did he tell you the poor woman asked me what I wanted 9 times because she just kept on getting nervous and fumbling around. And,
Really?
Yeah, and then she brought her food over. Her hands were shaking.
Oh my God.
And then at Disney, I got recognized by some patrons as well as an employee, and then the employee, a young man named Caesar, got us on to Nemo with no wait.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sick of these fucking celebrities getting preferential treatment.
Let's be very clear. Nothing more uncomfortable than the 200-yard walk to, hey, you're Jimmy Pardo. Yeah. What are you doing? Well, we're going to do that. Did you do Star Tours? You just got off it. You want to do Nemo? Oh, yeah, we'll do Nemo. And then, but not knowing really what's happening, and then well, follow me. Then you're following him to go past everybody in line to get on. Mm-hmm. So uncomfortable, for me anyway, very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then Oliver did not even like the Nemo ride. It scared him. He really bought into that we kept going deeper and deeper and deeper.
Yeah.
You never change.
Right. That's the update of. Did they update 20,000 Leagues
Yeah,
Under the Sea
yeah.
to that? Yeah. Okay.
And it's really well done. I mean, you really
done it
think
yet.
you're going deeper.
Yeah.
And then they have some images where you think you see Nemo floating around. His old man's chasing him, looking for him.
Nemo.
It's not bad. That's not
That's
bad.
my Albert Brooks.
Now, here's what's interesting. Recognized maybe half a dozen to a dozen times. Not one of them from Conan this week.
Huh.
They all knew me from prior
That
to that,
really
which is
strange.
fascinating to me.
Yeah, I would have thought when Pat told me that story, I just thought, maybe they saw him on Conan this week.
You're talking about my nice turn over there on Conan.
Wonderful.
That these two assholes refused to even acknowledge I was on.
You got a mic, use it.
Faceless strangers.
I thought we were going to talk about it today, so I didn't say anything when we got
I
here.
appreciate that cover. You got something? You got an excuse?
Yeah, I was going to tell you congratulations in person, but
Thank you.
I haven't had the chance to because we were busy with some stuff.
You know, we were busy with tech snuff, which is where we kill somebody using technology. It's a tech snuff film.
It's rapid, yeah, exactly. And don't think that Elliot's not first on that list, getting snuffed out.
I've said it before and I will say it again. You are not allowed to make those jokes.
I have to say, those guys have mics now, as you may have, you listeners may have noticed. But Elliot, yours doesn't. Now yours sounds all whack. Is that? Do you agree with that?
Do you think mine sounds too low?
Yeah.
I don't know, why are you talking like a robot? That might be hurt.
How about that?
Go ahead. Well, say something.
I am saying things. Hello.
I think I'm just hearing him in the other
Yeah, where's
mics
it?
as much as I'm hearing it. I don't know if
How
it's
about now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. Garen, say something.
Great job on Conan.
Thank you, Garen. See, Garen knows how to use that microphone and
Yeah.
say the right things.
We'll figure it out, guys, as we
You
go.
think I'd know how to use a microphone?
I don't know. You just don't stop talking long enough to pick one up, I think. That did not sound as insulting as I wanted it to.
It had the tone of
Yeah, it had
insult
everything.
without the bite.
Had everything, right? Had everything, but
Yeah.
the intent.
That was like light mayonnaise.
I like that analogy. But we are on Baby Watch.
Yeah.
We are on Baby Watch as well. A lot going on. We're on Baby Watch. Also, we lost the great Dennis Farina today.
We did.
And if we want to, I know people love to connect the Never Not Funny curse to it. The last time I can remember was with Paul Reiser. That's the last I can immediately remember. Maybe somebody else has a more recent Farina.
Yeah, I wouldn't have even remembered that. What made you think of that? Oh, because was he in that movie?
Well, we talked about he showed his son Midnight Run.
Uh-huh.
And then I misquoted a line by maybe
yeah.
a word,
Yeah.
and Mr. Reiser felt the need to make me look foolish on my own show. He made me the fool. By the way, we went to a complete. That me yelling made me think of. We went to a restaurant in downtown Disney, an Italian restaurant that I was sitting at the table after I had a bite of Oliver's pizza. They should be ashamed to serve this pizza. It was horrible. Hey, the kid that made the balloons. Balloon animal kid goes around, recognized me.
Wow.
Took his picture with me, all nervous. Made what can only be described as a very average sword for Oliver out of balloons. But I'm gonna blame nerves for that.
Yeah, sure.
Nerves. He got a little nervous. He tried to overdo it. I think he tried to get too fancy.
This was a sit-down restaurant.
Sit-down restaurant.
You order.
Should be ashamed of the pizza.
The only place where bad pizza is like, I don't know, you kind of well, the airport is one place, but like anytime I was gonna say like like a Sbarro, anytime it's like a food court situation or just a walk up fast thing, then it's like your expectations.
You know what you're getting.
You need to be lower.
But if you're going to,
but if you sit down and are waited on, you gotta know how to make some kind of pizza.
you mean your specialty?
Oh, is it their?
Well, it's pasta and pizza.
Oh boy.
And the pasta was bland. I was calling it the Calorisian, Blando Calorisian. Kept on saying, because I would use code, because God forbid I ever speak up to a waiter and say, when he goes, hey, how's everything doing? Yeah, it's great. God forbid you ever just go.
But okay. But what's gonna happen? It's just the restaurant. It's not.
You know
like,
what I find a little bland?
It's not like they messed it up. They
It's
just
just-
aren't
then you're
good.
an asshole,
It's just
right?
not a good restaurant. And like, what's gonna happen if you complain? Then you're just an asshole.
You are, right? And then you're the guy that talk about, like, I went to that guy's table. Like, when I said, how's everything doing? He actually told me he thought the food was bland.
Never more uncomfortable than when I'm at a restaurant and someone at my table complains or has even if
What?
it's
What are you
such a minor
saying?
thing.
Oh no, I'm.
My dad is the guy who will complain.
I don't like this guy having a mic. I already don't like this. There's anecdotes are coming out. What's happening?
I know, so much so that I interrupted you because I saw that he had something to say, because I got scared that Elliot might be the guy that does it.
Yeah,
so that's kinda
that's
why-
why I thought you looked to him. But
I very seldom do, but I grew up with he was the guy who at Burger King, when the burger wasn't made fresh for him,
Yeah.
he would call the manager over.
Oh, Dad.
wow.
God, you know what, Elliot? We owe you 3 years of apology. Sweet Jesus.
He's been hinting since day one that this
The
is,
old man.
It all comes from the old man. But
Wow.
What are we supposed to do with that?
Listen, I'm not a therapist. I don't know what to do, but yeah, there's no question that maybe we should cut him a little slack. The old man's
That is rough.
turning back up Burger King.
Whoppers.
That
not good
falls
enough
under
for you?
food court pizza, man.
Yeah. Oh, but times 100. I mean,
Yeah.
What do you? Burger King and McDonald's? Just you've given up.
Right?
You just need something in your belly. It doesn't matter. Like,
I had a Big Mac last night for the first time in a while.
what came on that one?
Well, it was 2 all beef patties, special sauce. I want to say there was lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions.
What kind of bun though?
All of that was on a sesame seed bun.
Ah, delicious.
Yeah. Reminds me of the time I went to Burger King and I said, how about some pickles and lettuce? And you're not going to be, it upset them.
Really
I was told in advance it would not upset them. And it upset them.
interesting.
Special orders don't upset us. Pickles, lettuce, some other mess or whatever.
I don't remember that one as much as the first thing.
Well, that was the one that everybody tried. You tried to do it the fastest you could. You tried to, there was contests all over the world about it.
The 2 all beef patty special sauce. Yeah. That whole thing.
Is there really any way to say it any faster than anybody else? I mean,
Ask the Micro Machine guy.
yeah, that guy's good. I worked with that guy in some game show once.
What was that guy's name?
I don't know. Fast Talk Jack. Is that it? Fast Talk Johnny. All right, so we're at Disney. We're on Baby Watch. Of course, Garrett, you got an update on Baby Watch?
Royal Baby.
I do have an update.
We do have an update
Oh,
on Baby
boy.
Watch. I thought
Here
this might have
we go.
lasted longer into the program. I'm very excited.
I saw some posts this morning and I thought it had already happened, but I guess I was wrong. People were just anticipating. She had gone to the hospital.
She's been in the hospital like for a day and a half, right?
Okay. I don't really follow these things.
You know why? Because I want to put this on. If you're excited about the royal baby being born more than any other baby being born, unfriend me.
It's a little more exciting.
No, it's not. How is that exciting?
It's because
Who cares?
that's a king or queen. I don't know. Like
In
I
your
just think-
lifetime?
I don't know, but it is slightly more like, okay, I'm with you when it's a celebrity baby, but this is it is at least different. I mean, I agree with you. I don't care, but
Does this button stop you from talking?
is
Is
there
that what this button does?
Here-
what does this
no,
button do?
it
Does it
doesn't-
stop you from
doesn't-
talking
doesn't
with
do
your
anything right
nonsense?
now.
With your
Let me ask you
housewife
this.
from Oklahoma
Has it-
chatter?
It's only happened once in our lifetime so far that a child was born that will someday be king.
Who's that? The guy?
This
fella?
Prince William. Right? That's the
Yes,
only
but-
time. And this is the second. Now, it may not ever happen again in your lifetime.
So what?
I'm just saying.
We beat those cocksuckers in a war back in, I want to say, around 1770s, right before 1776.
Uh-huh.
We beat them in a war, give or take. What?
I don't think we beat them in 17. I think we started to fight them around that time.
No, that thing was written in 1776. Didn't we beat them prior?
No.
The Revolutionary War, when was the Revolutionary War?
It was after 17. It was after the signing of the Declaration of Independence.
Are you sure about
The
that?
Declaration
Sharon?
is what said, hey, we're not going to take it anymore.
I'm not going to lie to you. I thought it was the period on the war. I thought it was like, we
Elliot?
won, let's write some papers. No, I'll admit I'm
Anyone?
wrong.
Garen?
I drank a lot.
Aaron, what do you got?
The Revolutionary War was from April 19th, 1775 to September 3rd, 1783.
Okay, so it went out a little longer than we anticipated. We thought this was going to be a quick in and out. We thought it was like Vietnam. It was their Vietnam. It was the early settlers' Vietnam.
It's true.
And by the way, you know what we learned from Vietnam is that those people have no fucking bubble, and they can get up close to me at Disneyland when I'm trying to enjoy. Get your flip flops off the back of my shoe.
You're taking Charlie down too?
They're all going down. Even your son. You're all going down. Scott Baio's getting fucking friendly fire from this.
Jeez.
Get your flip flop off the back of my shoe is in the top 7 funniest things I've ever said in my entire life. Because you know the Asians all wear the flip flop with a gorgeous backpack. It just sits nicely on their shoulders.
It almost is like they get custom backpacks.
It really
like they
is.
go into a shop and get measured for backpacks.
They are, Matt. I've never seen more beautiful backpacks in my life than on these Asians.
No extra. You know how?
No straps.
Like
no
when
flipping.
like when I put I've got extra strap all over the place.
Not the Asian.
No, form fitting.
Pull it tight. Oh, beautiful.
It's like a second jacket
It really.
that carries things.
By the way, and their jackets are beautiful. The Asian jacket. I don't know what it is. It's just a nylon jacket that that you or I could buy at Target. You wear it, it looks like a jacket. They
Yeah.
put it on, it looks like a piece of clothing.
I think it's because their size. You are the size of an
I
Asian.
am the size of an
so
Asian.
You should be able to wear those jackets. You need to take a trip to Asia.
Well, no, I know about it. I gotta get one of those. Who had those suits?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Todd Levin. Todd Levin had Asian suit made.
Yeah, the Chinese suit.
Yeah, Chinese suit made.
Was it? Was it in Shanghai? It was a Shanghai
It was
suit.
Shanghai suit.
I
Yeah.
think so. Sorry, Garen, you were about
Which
to
I
answer
believe
a
is
question.
also an Ang Lee movie, was it not? Shanghai suit.
I thought that was a
It was about-
Madonna movie.
Either way. Either way. Go ahead, Garen. You had something?
John Moshida is the Micro Machine guy.
That's right, John Moshida.
I thought that was the
They-
name of our
remember
new
the-
prince,
We got the name.
John
It
Moshida,
is-
Prince of Cambridge. Or
And is it a
whatever.
boy?
It is a boy.
It is a boy?
It's a boy.
And is there talk of naming him John Moshida?
I believe there is.
Oh, there's
Really?
Garen just looked it up.
Prince
There is
John?
chit chat.
Prince Charles. What's his name? William.
William?
He's a big Micro Machines fan.
Oh,
Who's the
okay.
guy that was in the can? Who was? Do you have? Was it Prince William in a can? Was that old joke?
Albert, Prince Albert.
Prince Albert. They talking about calling him Prince Albert? God, what a horrible name that would be.
Have they announced what the name is?
My CNN text update hasn't said that yet. You'll be the first to know when it happens.
Well, the Queen will be the first to know, Garen. The Queen's the first to know.
What would take any amount of time at all? They got to have it lined up, picked out, right?
I don't know. Listen, we thought we were having a girl, so maybe they.
You think they had a flip flop?
No, I'm suggesting maybe they didn't know what it was. And
Oh, right. I think they were claiming that they weren't going to find out, but I just didn't believe them.
Well, you think
But
they're
don't you
up
have a
to
name
something?
for both? I mean, if you're not going to find out ahead of time, you were different because you thought you knew what you were getting.
Right.
But if you don't know ahead of time,
But
you
maybe
have to have a top.
Well,
pick
you know
for
better
each-
than I do. I mean, wait, were you surprised? I forget.
No, we knew we knew both.
But if you don't know, if you're going to be surprised,
Yeah.
wouldn't even if you looked at like let's say we always had Michael planned,
Mm-hmm.
and then here comes the little baby, you go, you know what? Maybe Michael doesn't seem right now.
I feel like that was always talked about, like that's a possibility. But having had 2 children, I can't imagine.
So these were the first.
seeing the baby and then just being like, oh, no, I don't think that that's this kid's name. Like I think you kind of get attached to the name, and then when the baby comes out, you're like, yep.
Right. All right. Well, I'll take your word for it. All right. So now we're on baby name watch.
Yeah.
So there's still excitement on this show today.
Yeah, we can.
There's still some sort of fake
And for anyone who
excitement going on.
who is asleep for 3 days and is just hearing this episode having not been awake since Sunday, the 21st.
I like when stuff breaks on this show.
Yeah, I do
like
too.
when there were all those murders. Like when there was the bomb scare in
That was-
Boston.
yeah. that
When
was
people
thrilling.
got mad at Rolling Stone magazine. These are the type of things I like to have happen.
Did that happen on the show?
No. No, of course it did not. Let's all right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we are on Baby Name Watch. It's very exciting. We're going to go around the horn. We're going to see who's in house. We'll be back with more Never Not Funny right after this. As a reminder, this episode is brought to you by Warby Parker. Warby Parker is a terrific organization that lets you get eyeglass frames sent to your house directly from the distribution house. There's a chance I don't know a lot about Warby Parker, but luckily Matt Belknap's here to let you know the details
Yeah.
of Warby Parker. Now, Matt, admittedly, I thought it was Ward v. Parker.
Yeah.
I thought that this was some sort of.
a legal case.
Legal
A
case.
Supreme Court decision.
I know a lot's going on in the Supreme Court lately. I
Yeah.
know that they've said it's okay for the homosexual community to get a piece of paper, and I thought this was very similar to that. Has the Supreme Court ruled that I can now have glasses sent to my house?
They have. They've decided no more messing around at the doctor's, the optometrist's office, looking at frames you don't.
I should still
necessarily
go to
like.
that guy though to make sure my eyes. I'm getting
Well,
the right
sure, get them
lenses.
checked, I guess. But if you know your prescription, these guys will send you you go on their website and you pick out your 5 favorite frames. that
If
they
I
have.
want frames that look like
Groucho.
a Groucho frame, if I want some cat glasses,
Yeah.
if I want some frameless,
Sure.
how about a nice frameless glass?
I don't know if they do that since the frames is kind of their thing. That'd be weird if they're.
They just send you the 2 stems. Put those on your ears and imagine what it looks like if they connected with glass.
I guess they could do it with non-prescription lenses in there.
Thank you, jerk.
So anyway, yeah, you pick them out, and then they send them to you for free. 5 sample pairs, and you put them on your face in your own house.
I can walk around my house, see
Yeah.
my kid. Hey, what do you think of these, Oliver?
Right.
Why are you wearing glasses, Dad? You look like a freak. And then I go, you're right. I had the surgery. I apologize that you had to see me wearing.
That's true. You've had laser surgery. This does not apply to you. Except they also have sunglasses.
Do they have reading glasses?
I do not know the answer to that. I'm guessing no, but we could look into it for you.
All right.
Anyway, so they send you 5 pairs free shipping, and you pick the one you like. You order them. You send those back, also free. Send the samples back, and then they send you the ones that you want with your prescription in them for a very reasonable price.
Very reasonable price. Now, if you use the code NNF,
Yeah.
you also get expedited shipping
Yes, for free.
for free expedited shipping if you use NNF. Once you pick your frames
Right.
and put that code in after
Yeah.
you
Don't need the code for the first part because they'll just do that anyway.
They'll do it. Any asshole off the street
Right.
can go to Warby Parker and get those frames sent to him.
True.
Right? I might even do it just for the fun of it.
It is fun. Put on different glasses. Pretend you're somebody else.
I like to do that. Who doesn't like to do that? I don't know anybody that doesn't like to walk past that sunglass tree
Right.
at the at a J.C. Penney, at the Sunglass Hut, the aforementioned Walt Disney World. Maybe you're walking down there, you see who doesn't like to put sunglasses on, and then you turn to your son and have him laugh and smile.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, put on a little show at your house with these free sample pairs.
Right? I'm gonna do a one-man show. I'm doing Groucho. I'm doing Woody Allen. I'm doing Michael Caine. I'm gonna do Stevie Wonder, and I'm gonna do Sammy Davis Jr.
Great.
Sammy's known
What
for
year
his
is this show
eyeglasses.
taking place in?
What?
What year is this show taking place?
It's not a
in?
contemporary one-man show.
Okay.
This is a retro one-man show, and it's time that we embrace the Rat Pack and the 70s.
Absolutely.
That's
If
been
they
a
haven't
free
gotten
pass
enough
for
credit
too long,
yet.
right?
Nobody will give them their due.
Right? I might come out, I sing a little Candyman, and then you got it, babe. And then I take those glasses off. That was wonderful. And I do him.
Not a bad Woody Allen.
Thank you very
I
much.
enjoyed that.
Then Groucho comes in. I don't, how that guy got in this act. I'll never know. He does that. That's my Don Rickles doing Groucho. And then Michael Caine just kind of nods. It's all about the eye contact. I learned that from his book. Acting's all about eye contact. He just nods. He gives his approval. Then he jumps into a pool of water, comes out dry. And then who's the other guy I'm doing? Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder.
Then I just do that guy, fiddle around the piano, and then I boycott Florida. So I've got a lot going on.
Great.
So those are my 5 glasses.
Yeah.
And now,
And you could actually, I think you could even order more than one pair. If you end up loving all those characters that you just portrayed, order all of them. But you can get one. Here's another trick. You don't have to get any of them. You can send the samples back and say, no, thank you. I'll try again sometime.
I'm going to tell you this, and this is, I take this on myself. I'm embarrassed by it. Early reviews are in. My one-man show is not a hit.
Oh, boy.
I will not be keeping any of the glasses.
Back to the drawing board.
Right. Now I got to pick 5 new
5
ones.
more pairs.
Right?
Maybe something a little more current.
Well, you know what? I go Ben Franklin's. I guess that's not more current.
Wait a minute. I don't know why I just yes-anded that.
I know you
I
did.
wasn't even listening, obviously.
At all. You don't listen to half the things. All right. So give all the
WarbyParker.com. Pick out your favorite pairs. Have them send them to you for free. Try them on. Order your favorites and use the code NNF. You get expedited shipping.
Sounds great. Warby Parker from us to you. Hey, everybody, welcome back to the program. You just enjoyed a very funny commercial spot that we did for, what are they called? Warby Parker?
Warby Parker.
Jesus Christ. What the hell's the matter with me? Anyway, we're at Baby Watch, Baby Name Watch. It's very exciting. Baby Name Watch. Garrett, you got any update on that? They named that child yet?
There's no name yet.
This new king, this brand new king. Is there talk they're going to call him Simba? Is there any talk of that?
Oh, that'd be great.
That guy's a king.
Sure.
He's the king of all kings. Saw him at Disney the other day.
He just can't wait to be king.
He's up there. He was up on a big pedestal. He came on. He roared. The children went bananas for him. They liked him.
Young Simba or grown-up Simba?
Grown-up Simba. Nobody's interested in young Simba. Like,
The cub.
right? Nobody wants. He can't be the cub. He's grown up.
Well, I don't know what they do there. He spends half the movie being a cub.
But then he grows up.
I know, but at the end of Rapunzel or Tangled, Rapunzel cuts all her hair off and it turns brown, but she's not prancing around with short brown hair.
She grew it back. You want somebody out there? You want a Bob out there? You want a Dorothy Hamill Bob walking around?
I kind of like the short.
I don't mind a Bob.
But nobody knows, like Rapunzel without the long hair, it's like, that's nothing.
Right. So she puts it back on. Yeah. I don't know what the fight is. I don't know what
I
side
don't
I'm on
either.
anymore.
It's such a lame example, but that's all I had to
Yeah.
argue what you were saying. Because obviously, of course, he's grown up Simba. There's like 3 other movies, I think, now.
Yeah, there's Lion King 2, and then I want to say Lion King 3.
There's 1.5.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
All right, let's go around the room. There he is. From the popculturebeast.com, Garen Cockrell.
Hello, sir.
There. How's that microphone working out, Garen?
Working out great.
All right, that's enough. Things are going well. What's the latest review over there? We got something going on over the Pop Culture Beast?
I just reviewed Evil Dead.
Evil Dead. How'd that come in?
Uh,
Hey, you know what I saw, Garen? You like horror movies?
I do.
I saw The Conjuring.
I want to see it.
Who saw it? Anybody see it?
No, I've heard it's terrifying.
Oh, man.
Really?
Oh, let's see. I'll tell you this. A little trite, little cliched, little, you've seen it before. A haunted house.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen it. But I was in there. Here's what happened. I'll bring it up. Okay, we'll go to the next. From INDHC.com, Elliot Hochberg. Hello, Elliot.
Hello.
All right.
Hi.
Elliot doing very well.
By the way, the big news over at Pop Culture Beast is that Elliot did, in fact, review the hit comic book.
I did.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
And how'd it go? What kind of review did it get?
I read it. I read his review, and he liked it.
You liked it.
I did like it. It was it was good.
And what comic? Is this the one that's based on us? What's the premise
No,
here?
it's from Gentleman Baby Comics, which is...
We named the company. That's how we're involved.
You came up with the name, and then you graciously let them use it.
Goddamn right. I'm a nice guy, and I'm sick and tired of people saying I'm not on the internet. Enough's enough.
That's not what they're saying.
They're all saying it. You think I'm ready? Nice job on Conan. I know what they're saying, but you're a dick.
You're reading between the lines.
Yeah. I know what that guy's up to. The honcho Matt Belknap is here.
Hi.
And I'm going to bring our friend into the mix. We are also on Baby Watch. We got no update. Baby Name Watch. We got no update on that. We, of course, we mourn the loss of the great Dennis Farina. A lot happening here in the studio today.
Yeah.
We got a lot of live ticker tape. Did you not know about Dennis Farina? We lost him today, Paul. We lost him. And here's how I found out on Facebook from somebody who wrote, "This is sad. My dad worked for his cousin." So, surely, you have to be very upset.
Oh, my God.
Right? I mean, how do you possibly make it about you? My dad worked for his cousin. You just, I walked past him once in a mall.
Damn.
Would be a tighter connection.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, no.
Oh God!
Oh, God, dear
I
Lord.
may pull the quad. Fuck! I'm down.
Oh, do you
I'm
need
down.
help? Do you need help?
I'm down. I'm down.
Hold on.
Pardo down. Pardo
What's the
down.
back of your leg called? What's the back of your leg called?
Calf.
Calf muscle?
No, the thigh. Back of your thigh.
The back of the thigh.
Oh, that's the hamstring.
I'm down.
You got a hamstring, tight hamstring?
Oh man.
I'm penned in here. Maybe Garen. We're all penned
What
in.
do you want him to do?
Help you up, I guess. I don't know.
Jesus.
That's what I would be doing if I didn't have 50 things in between you and me. By the way, that's my new best-selling
I know it is.
ebook I just put out. 50 things between you and me.
That's your self-help book, but do it on your own. I'd help you, but I got 50 things.
I got 50 things between you and me.
All right, let's bring our guest into the mix. Too long. The last time was Parkastathon, I want to say.
Yeah.
Yes.
But as an actual episode, it's been too long.
Even longer ago.
Ridiculously long. We rectify that here today.
What was that voice?
What? It's this guy. It's a bad Clint Eastwood.
Oh, you're not kidding.
What?
You're right on the money with that one.
What do you mean, punk?
With the
That's a guy at the office who thinks he can do voices. You want to have some of my salami sandwich?
Oh, I'm in the wrong office.
Why don't you leave and make my day?
Fair enough. Consider it done.
This is my favorite character.
Bad Clint Eastwood? Bad impressionist? Yeah. I worked with an orangutan once. He had more personality than you.
I'm just looking for the men's room.
You don't work here?
I don't work here, no.
You want to go this way. You want to go any which way but loose to get to the restroom.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Before you're on your way there, you got to ask yourself one thing. What's the over-under on when this is going to end?
Did Clint Eastwood ever speak the titular phrase from Any Which Way But Loose?
I'm not suggesting he did.
No.
Okay.
No.
He did say any which way you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
He also said, I'm Dirty Harry. How could you?
You sound like
You can't analyze that he said the title. Of course, he didn't say
I know,
the title.
but that was I just was wondering, but that was hilarious. But now you actually sound like someone else. But I'm trying to put my finger.
Who
on it.
is it? Who do I sound like?
A nightmare monster?
Right up in here. I'm not gonna lie to you. In my head, it's the best Clint Eastwood you've ever heard in your entire life. I recognize coming out.
Yeah.
Awful. I recognize that by your awful looks on your faces.
But in your head.
Yes. Well, not anymore. Not that guy.
That was Carol Channing, I think.
Yeah, that's right, young people.
Everything ends
He's
up
right
with
in
Carol
here.
Channing with you.
You still haven't
That's
introduced me.
Diamonds. Now this young fella here. And that's Casey Kasem doing Carol Channing.
That's right.
Now coming in. That's right, young people. At number 42. Coming in today. This is a great song right off of that Prince album. It's called Diamonds. All right. I'm winded from the lack of effort that I put in any of these voices. Paul Tompkins.
Hello.
Hello to you with the loose tie.
It's loose tie for the summertime.
This is summer outfit.
We're just, well, like you guys are wearing your T-shirts. So I figure, I don't want to look too stuffy. Why don't I unbutton my top button, loosen my tie?
You went summer school professor. Possibly.
SSP.
Confirmed. Forgot what I said.
I'm worried about you now.
Now let me ask you a couple of questions. I'm in my head, man. It's all characters now. You're enjoying a Coke Zero.
I am. I wasn't sure if I was allowed to drink it on cam.
Please do.
Why not?
There is nothing better on this earth than Coke Zero.
I enjoy it. You shouldn't drink soda pops.
I know
so
that,
much.
but so
every
what?
once in a while. But so what? I do what I like, and I like what I do.
That's right.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm having a refreshing Coke Zero. I need a little bit of caffeine. I don't need a ton of sugar.
Just shot some out of my nose.
That's all right.
I'm sorry. Laughed like an animal, like some hillbilly.
That was your first question?
What was it?
I'm enjoying a Coke Zero.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was there a did I say I got a question for you?
You said you said your first. I think you said you had a number of questions for me. And
How
then
you doing?
Started. I am very well, thank you.
And you're enjoying a Coke Zero, are you?
Yes, I am.
Are you?
I have time for two more.
Do you find it delicious
I do find it delicious
and
yes.
refreshing?
and refreshing.
My questioning is done.
That said, nothing beats Coca-Cola in that glass bottle.
Here.
The absolute best.
As a
thing.
child, you mean?
I mean, anytime.
I couldn't drink it today. I think my stomach would explode from the amount of sugar in it.
It wouldn't. I promise you. Every once in a while I do it, and it's terrific.
It's less actual soda, so that might help you.
Does it burn your throat the way that I remember it? I used to love. I've had Diet Coke for so long, and then this Coke Zero has replaced the Diet Coca-Cola. But I used to remember. I used to get a 10-ounce bottle every morning, and just would. Oh my God, nothing felt better on the esophagus.
Do you know what I had the other day was a Diet Pepsi?
And
What a profoundly disappointing time in my life. That I drank most of that soda.
Hey guys, Matt here with some dates for you. Paul F. Tompkins is hosting Speakeasy on YouTube. That's an interview show with a lot of cool guests. Go to his YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/The Paul F. Tompkins Show to check out Speakeasy. Jimmy Pardo is going to be at Acme in Minneapolis on the 26th and 27th. Hey, that's this weekend. And he's going to be at Amoeba Records in Hollywood on August 3rd, hosting a live auction to benefit Smile Train. So check that out if you're in Hollywood. And he's also going to be at the Hollywood Improv on August 17th. Check it out. Enjoy.
To see this whole episode or for more great content with comedian Jimmy Pardo, head over to Pardcast.com. Don't forget to share, rate, and subscribe.